I think there was a day I was with Esther's bigger brother. He's called Mr. Victor. Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine. So I think I was there in Kenya when the Mandamanos were going on.
Yes.
So I
the
think
Gen Z.
Zs were going on. And he found me going out and there was a Mandamano going on. So he told me that today everything is closed. Where are you going to? So I told him that I would rather go and face Mandamano than to sit in the house and face Asta. Huh? So he laughed and he took me to Vigot Gardens Hotel. He bought me pizza, chips, tea. He made me calm down and brought me back to the home. And Esther was waiting for me at the door saying, "My love, where were you? I was missing you." So marriage is not easy, guys. Marriage is not easy.
And especially the first year.
Yes, it's really difficult.
Together,
but make sure you are consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what you call it, consistency and communication.
Hello, and welcome to King Reynard Podcast, the only podcast in the globe that brings to you authentic, incredible, and undiluted content with the aim of educating you, elevating your consciousness, and inspiring just you to the greatest level you can go to. Today, we've had a show lined up for you, and this one you will like it. Why? Because it's one of the shows that will not just inspire you to think again about marriage, but also to look at it from a perspective that would, just make it a bit spiced up, interracial marriages. Does it work? Especially in this case, we are used to seeing Western African marriages working so well. But I'm sure you've never met a couple, or you have, who are actually from India and Kenya. And so today I'm hosting an amazing couple. They will introduce themselves in a short while. But before that, this episode is brought to you by Matmon Media, one of the biggest media houses in this country, 254. Make sure you look for them. Their contacts that they'll provide down there on your screen. And please call them in case you're looking for videography, photography, or you are looking to host your own kind of podcast. They got you. Apart from that, we ask you, because you can help us grow this channel. Almost 70% of people watching our videos have not already subscribed, and we are on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. And please make sure you just hit the subscriber button and turn on the notification bell, because we have a lot of shows lined up for you. Without taking much time, let me introduce the Bikram Goraya family, and I will start with the first lady, the woman in the house. You introduce yourself and what you do, please.
Hello guys, my name is Esther Ayuatela. As for now, you can call me Mrs. Bikram Goraya Singh.
Yes.
Thank you.
My name is Bikram and I'm from India. I'm really grateful to Mr. Reinhard for hosting us on this platform. I really appreciate his effort to elevate the world, educate the world how interracial marriages are going on. Thank you so much, Reinhard.
Thank you very much. And I'm your number one host. We call him the main host, King Reinhard the Great. And this is your very number one best podcast, King Reinhard Podcast. And you are welcome to tune in with us. And onto my first question. I know you want me to ask this, and I will ask, how did you guys meet?
So I think, let me answer this. So it is a very interesting story.
Yes.
Back in 2015, I was visiting Kenya with some of my friends. So one of my friend went to supermarket to buy a few things. And I think he met Queen Esther there.
Yes.
And he asked for the number. So they exchanged numbers, and then my friend came back to me, as he was not perfect in English. So he told me to chat with Esther on his behalf on his phone. So I was doing this for like a week. So like a week, and then after chatting with her after.
So you are supposed to chat with Esther
Yeah,
for
I
him.
Was, yes.
Okay.
I was chatting with Esther on my friend's phone.
All right.
So I was nobody there.
All
So
right.
I was just a mediator or a translator.
Okay.
Because my friend was not good in English.
Mm-hmm.
So after a week, I decided that why am I doing this for this idiot? So I deleted Esther's number from his phone.
Yes.
And I took the number from his phone and blocked Esther from his phone, and then I started chatting with Esther. So that's how it went, and the first interaction was like, "Hello Esther, it's me Bikram," and then she replied. I think she will tell you what she replied.
How did you reply?
Actually, he didn't even say his real name.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hi, my name is Nihal."
You're right.
"Hi, beautiful. My name is Nihal."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Who gave you my number?"
Uh-huh.
Those days I was actually really
Innocent.
rigid and innocent.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
And actually, the guy got my number from Carlos.
I remember that. I was
You
actually
were there,
present.
you were the
Yes,
one
you
who
are your
actually
brother,
took us
right?
to the
Yes,
shop.
yes.
And Carlos saw them following me,
Mhm.
and I was dodging them.
Mhm.
Carlos gave the guy my number, but after we were almost outside, they met us and we started chatting, and he gave me his number and we started chatting.
Mhm.
So Nihal texted me and said, "Hey, beautiful, my name is Nihal."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Who gave you my number?" And he said, "My friend."
Mhm.
And so your friend just give you my number. That's what you guys do.
That's how it is.
And he said, "I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I love to make friends. I just want to be your friend." And I said, "Oh, you want to be friends?"
Mhm.
Oh, then that's fine. So I was fine with friendship.
Yes.
So he didn't pose like someone who wants to hook up with me or
Yes.
something like that. So I was open to that, and we started chatting.
Mhm.
And from there, it was just like flowing and
So
flowing.
as friends, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
as
as
friends.
So at the back of your mind, you still remember there's the other friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But actually, do you remember his name?
His name was Aman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His name was Haman.
All right.
And Aman didn't know how to speak in English.
The problem of not knowing language.
Language barrier.
So aligongewa
Language barrier.
language barrier.
Yeah.
So in Kenya, there's this term we say, uligongewa. All right?
Mhm.
So kugongewa means they've taken your lady,
Your lady.
from you. So in other words, for your case, uligongea Aman, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Aman.
All right. That's quite interesting. So tell me, after now you've started chatting as friends, all right? When did it turn to the point where you now start hooking up as from friends to
I think we chatted for around 6 months.
as friends?
Yes,
Yes.
as friends, without even seeing each other.
Wow.
For 6 good months.
Wow.
Yeah, so until there was a day she came to see me. We were in Kisumu, so she came from Nairobi to see me in Kisumu.
Mhm.
So that was, you can say, it was like our first date.
Mhm. Oh, she came.
Remember?
You came. Who came to Nairobi?
Esther came to Kisumu.
Okay,
from
to Kisumu.
Nairobi.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
That was our first date.
Mhm.
So she pinned me the location, and I went to her location where she was
Oh,
staying.
so
it
that was the first day you were guys
Yes,
you were
yes.
meeting.
It was not a date which we go to a restaurant or
Uh-huh.
a hotel. It
Uh-huh.
was a house date.
You came to a house.
Yes, just an interaction or get together.
Yes.
So when I entered the gate, I saw a very beautiful, tall,
Right.
red-dressed
Uh-huh.
a girl walking towards me.
Alright.
And to be honest, I felt like she's really taller than me.
Uh-huh.
But I think the house was in a elevation
Yeah.
where you can see someone walking down.
Alright.
And then you look and then you see that.
They're taller.
Then I had a second thought that this girl is really taller than me.
Uh-huh.
So, but when she came, we were equal. I really felt good.
Uh-huh.
So she took me to her house. We spent time together. That was our first date.
So the first date as friends or now you've
No, it
you've already
was
talked
as
about.
friends.
As friends.
It
As
was as
friends.
friends. Yes.
I'm interested to know when it turned from friends to.
I think we took 3 good dates.
Just put the microphone very close.
It's okay.
So yes. Uh-huh.
We did 3 good dates
Mhm.
in the same way. She was staying at the same place for a while.
Yes.
So I think we did 3 dates.
Within this time, she's in
With-
Kisumu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
we did 3 dates, and on the 4th date, that's when the things getting serious now.
So you for the first date you just met as friends, second date as
First
friends, third date as friends.
Yes.
Bro, see, you are very
And
loyal
actually,
to wait.
To be really honest,
Yes.
no one said, "Can I be your girlfriend?"
No,
Oh.
that's not the case. You
We
know,
found ourselves dating.
we started our case.
Uh-huh.
Ati, you take me as what?
Mhm.
As my wife. You know, that's what she asked me.
Yeah.
You take me as what?
In the third date.
And on the third date.
All right.
On the third date, she
Uh-huh.
asked me, you take me as what
Uh-huh.
in your life? So my answer was as my wife. That was my
Yeah.
answer. In 2015,
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
And you see this beautiful girl here.
Yes.
I know her. Like, can I say?
Just say it.
just
You're
say
free,
it.
sir.
So back in the day, she was like she didn't know how to do makeup. So when I found her, she had powder on her face. She was trying to impress me,
Yes.
but I was already impressed with her innocency.
Oh.
She was so innocent and naive
Yes.
in those days.
Yes.
Not now.
Yeah. I get
In those days.
Okay.
So on third days, that was it.
So she asked you, who do you see me as?
As I said
Mhm.
it.
Let me add something.
Yes. Turn the
After
mic close to you. Mhm.
After he asked me that, and
Yes.
he said as a wife, and I told him, but you are Indian.
Uh,
Oh no, and he said, I only have, he's the one who said,
Yes.
I only have one thing.
Yes.
My mother will never allow us to get married.
mm.
And I told him, don't worry. If you really love me and you want us to
Wow.
work, Jesus will make it work.
Yes.
Wow.
yes. And I was not born again.
By this
so-
time, you're still following
No,
the Indian culture.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
not born again.
I'm very interested in that part. You know, the reason as to why most people run away from especially interracial marriages between Indians and Kenyans, Africans, it's always that the Indian culture does not permit you to cross over.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's a very strict culture.
Yes,
Our-
yes.
Our parents choose the brides for us.
All right.
So we are not allowed to do that. But definitely time is changing, and now our families are also getting modern.
Okay.
They are trying to understand and the concept of interracial marriages, and it's really going good nowadays. You know, exposure is good.
Yes.
So now many families are traveling abroad.
Okay.
So they are seeing people how the world is interacting with each other.
Mhm.
So now the things have been changing.
I'm very interested because I'm sure when you guys met, times was still the same, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did your parents receive the information, the news that I am going to marry an African?
You know, it was not a good news for them.
Uh-huh.
They were in a shock. Like,
Uh-huh.
I think I was the first one to do something like that.
Oh,
So,
wow.
They were not so good. They were not so comfortable.
Mhm.
But I think they supported me somehow.
Immediately or after some time?
After some time, yes.
Uh-huh.
It took them some time to support me
Uh-huh.
to really marry Esther.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's this interesting part, Esther, that part of your dating,
Mhm.
you dated for how long before you finally started staying together?
I think we dated for like 8 years.
8 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
From 2015 up to we got married in 2023.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
8 years.
8 years.
And part of these 8 years, you never stayed together.
No.
No, not so long. Like I was coming over to Kenya and I was staying together for some time.
Mhm.
That was our experience.
I want Esther to talk about that bit because obviously the person who borne the blunt of the distance,
Yeah, you can
would
say it
be
a
the girl.
long distance relationship.
the long distance
Yes,
for 8 years.
Yes.
Tell us about that. I know we are in a society that right now that values we want to fling it.
Yes.
If you allow me, in this
Oh.
podcast we say it as it is.
Talking of fleeing.
Yes.
Our third date,
Mhm.
I will never forget to tell
Bring,
ladies
just bring the
this.
mic very close so that we.
I want to like
Yes.
really tell people.
Say
you
it,
know,
yes.
when people see me on social media
Yes.
and all this, they don't know me.
Yes.
And today I want them to know me in this part.
Mhm.
Our third date was he got sick,
Yes.
and I went to see him. I bought fruits,
Oh.
and
was
I
the
went to
fourth
see him.
Fourth date.
Yeah,
Yes.
where
Okay.
he was working,
Mhm.
and they were not allowed to bring ladies.
Oh.
their home.
Yes.
And he had a friend called Joan.
Uh-huh.
Joan actually didn't have a nice house,
Uh-huh.
but that is where we could go to see each other.
All right.
It was a iron sheet, mabati
Yes.
house.
So
With
What?
with the cement was not even well.
Oh my God! This is one of the most
You bought-
brilliant dating.
You know, I was
Sodas, and chips
For the two of you.
for the two
Yes.
of us.
That was your
And he
fourth
was
date.
feeding me the chips, and I was so happy.
Wow.
It was simple, bro. It was simple and
Very simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you meet for this is the fourth time.
Yeah.
You actually have gone to see him because he was sick,
Yes.
and then it turns into a date here.
Yes. And you know, there was one concern I was having, like she was coming from Nairobi to Kisumu.
Yes.
On flights. So me, I was like she's
Above you.
above level. So me, I thought of even giving it up, like she
Oh.
was traveling domestically on a flights and.
I remember.
Yeah. Yes, we
Oh.
are also wealthy, but like even we are wealthy, I never thought of traveling domestically on a flight. So I really thought that she's.
So during that is the fourth date or before the fourth
yeah,
date?
during the time she was coming.
Okay.
To,
Okay. Yes, I remember she was in Nairobi, so she could come once.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my concern, but then I gave it a try. I said, let's do it.
Then you realized it was not what you thought.
Yeah.
Ground
Actually,
things
I
are different.
fell in love with her innocence. She was very naive. She was really good. In those 3 dates, she treated me so well.
Oh wow.
So I said that.
I can't wait to get to the part of is she still innocent? I no answer now. Esther, that part.
Yeah. So the part where
Yes.
we
It was long distance. Now he leaves Kenya,
So he
goes to work.
Goes to work, and then I waited for 3 years.
He didn't come for 3 years.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember your family telling you, okay, my family, of course, Esther is my
Yeah.
sister.
Yes.
So telling you that this
And-
guy is lying to you
Yeah, and I met many suitors.
during this time.
During
I
this
remember
time.
we were staying together
And
by then.
mom was like, what if he never married? No, India never marries Africa.
Oh yeah.
Marry the ones that are coming. What's wrong with you? People were like, you know, they are concerned.
Yes, yes.
Especially you guys.
Yes, yes, I was very concerned. To be very honest, this is there's a part that is coming. Your topmost secret that you don't want to speak about. But to be very honest, this could be my secret for you guys. I've never mentioned. At some point during these 3 years, I actually thought Bikram was lying.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I was the one who was pushing people underwater.
To bring in necessary. We will talk about this next.
Anyway.
No,
so-
but anyway, I want to tell the audience
Yes.
that this my brother has really supported
Yes, I
me.
did.
This was the number one supporter in Esther's family.
Yes.
Who really liked me, loved me, and he was always supporting us, even if we were in long distance
Even
relationship.
Do you know when I started? Let me be very honest. So the 3 years I was pushing people to tell you to get married, especially my elder brother, because he was very concerned. But then you told me he has said he's coming in August. I remember.
Yes.
So during this August, he didn't manage to come. That he was not given permission.
Yeah, he was
Yes.
not-
But then the part that made me actually start supporting is when Esther mentioned that you are denied permission to come, but you are willing to lose your job.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You remember?
Actually, he did.
He did.
Yes.
You did.
He
You
resigned.
switched jobs,
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
He resigned.
He
Yeah,
resigned.
because my boss didn't permit me to travel to see Esther.
Yes.
So I told him I can leave the job, but definitely I want to see my wife.
To be very honest,
Yes.
that's the part I began supporting the relationship.
But you know, to be honest, I have never summoned Esther as my girlfriend. Even when I was abroad or traveling home, the word wife remained there.
Since the first day you met.
The word wife
Oh.
remained there. Even if I was working with a Kenyan abroad, I was telling him this is my wife.
Oh wow.
And I remember sending a card. I never sent a card written boyfriend.
It
Yeah.
was
I
my
bought a
husband.
card, husband.
As husband.
Can I tell you something that maybe you don't know? I am very snoopy. People who know me very closely know that I can even snoop when you are having your secretary, when you are having your thing. But let me tell you something. I snooped into Esther's notes one day, and among these notes, she had written, "God, please allow me to make Bikram my husband."
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yes.
So, do you believe that you manifested Bikram or through these prayers
I manifested
your marriage?
Bikram. And I told God, if he is the one that you've chosen for me,
Yes.
let him be born again.
All right, I want to go to that. So
Yes.
you prayed.
I
Actually,
prayed.
there's a very interesting story of how you got born again,
Yes.
which
Yes.
Esther I want you to talk about.
He will say that.
You'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Tell me, when did you just get yourself now realizing now I'm going to give my life to Christ?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, I studied in a Catholic school
Yes.
since I was born.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to go to Catholic school, St. Francis Convent School.
Yes.
So we used to go there and like we do Christian prayers, but we were not taught the word of God. Yeah, we know Jesus, we know Bible, we know things, but like it was simple.
Yes.
Like morning prayer and afternoon prayer, and when we leave the school, there was one more prayer.
Yes.
So, but there was nothing more interesting than that.
Mm-hmm.
So back in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
my sister got sick.
All right.
She was paralyzed on one side.
Yes.
And we took her to all the hospitals here and there, and there was no recovery for her.
Yes.
So actually, there was a friend of mine who was a pastor. So he came to our house and he prayed over my sister. And my sister started walking.
Immediately. Wow.
So that was a miracle for me and a changing point, a turning point of my life.
Yes.
To go into that direction.
All right.
I'm not criticizing any religion.
I get
but
it. I get it.
I believe what you choose to believe in.
Yes.
And if you get the results, you are happy.
You are happy. That's
you
right.
You are happy there. So that was my turning point. I started going with my friend because he was my friend and he was a pastor.
Yes.
So he definitely treated me well. He showed me some things. He taught me few things. So that was a turning point in my life.
I remember there's this part of your story.
Yes.
Of your turning.
Yes.
Where you prayed and then you picked a Bible. Talk about that.
Yeah, I told that if Jesus you love me, I wrote in my diary somewhere that let my sister be healed. Me, I don't know that my pastor friend is coming to my
you didn't know then.
Me, I don't know. I just prayed and I write. I write diary.
Yes.
So telling him about Jesus.
I wrote in my diary because Esther is my pillar of strength.
Yes.
So she was always focusing on how to make me believe in Jesus.
Wow.
So I wrote in my diary that Jesus, if you are there, I pray to you, please heal my sister.
Yes.
So I think the next day that pastor friend came to my house.
Wow.
And I'm receiving a phone call from my mother.
Yes.
I was abroad.
Yes.
That your pastor friend came. He was called Samuel.
Yes.
So he came and prayed over your sister, and your sister started walking.
Wow.
So I took it as a sign.
Yes.
I have written somewhere in my diary. Maybe we can talk about it some other time. I will bring the diary.
Yes.
So that was a really, really turning point for
Yes.
me. So I focused myself there. Then, while working, I found a Bible.
Where were you at that point?
In Qatar.
In Qatar.
Yes. I think someone left or threw it somewhere. I always keep it in my bag. It's a small
The small one, the one you walk with.
Always see, yes. So that one I found it. So I took it as this was meant for me. It was dirty. I cleaned it.
Wow.
I cleaned the cover.
So your sister is now healed?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've now believed, you've begun.
Me, I got baptized in 2023, 19th September 2023.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And by this time, you come from a very strict culture.
Yes.
Your mother
Yes.
and your sister.
Yes.
Did they also give their life to Christ the same time?
My whole family is born again
Now.
Yes.
Yes, but during this time when your sister gets healed,
Yes.
is this the point where their turning point also happened?
Yes, definitely. Because they are the one who went first.
Oh.
And now
Me, I
they
followed.
are coming
Mm.
to tell him
So now
you have to turn to Jesus, and they don't know he was already born again.
Yes.
And I remember you mentioned this. Of course, I know because I read your notes.
Yeah.
She actually prayed that another thing apart from the fact that you get born again, your entire family.
Yes.
And there's a part of sickness that led everybody to now turn.
Yeah.
Was it the sisters?
The sister
Mhm.
and actually the reason why he left Kenya to go back home.
For treatment.
Yes.
For treatment.
Yes, I
He
remember.
had appendicitis.
Yes.
Yes.
Which I'm sorry to say this but
No
my
problem.
sister loves me.
Yes.
When my sister met him, he was very
Very thin, I remember. Bro, now you have
And-
muscles, huh?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
and she actually said, she called my mom, Esther is dating someone with HIV.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was the reason also I couldn't came back to Kenya for 3
Yeah.
years because I was
But he had appendicitis and he didn't treat it earlier.
All
so he had to
right.
go back and got a surgery.
Mm.
And I remember him telling me a story, and I told him, he called mom,
Yes.
No, I called mom and I told mom, I just met someone and I feel when I look at him, I see like a future with him.
Mm-hmm.
But physically, someone cannot see it because he's Indian. Everything is wrong.
Yes.
He's even having health issues
Mm.
right now.
Yes.
And mom told me that the Holy Spirit told her to forgive his uncle.
Yes, I
Yes.
remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
And and mom told me and that he should resign, go back to India and get treatment. By then he didn't even know he had appendicitis.
Yes.
It had not started reflecting.
Yeah, no, Kenyans couldn't even. They just
Oh, yeah,
didn't recognize it.
Mm.
So then I asked him about this,
Mm.
and he told me, "Oh my God, yeah, I have a uncle that did this so and so and so, and so I've been holding him in my heart for a long time."
Yes.
And I told him, Jesus, when you come to Jesus, if you get born again, the Bible says He forgives your sin
And
and He
heal.
heals
Yes.
all your diseases.
Yes.
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 So if you really want to be healed,
Yes.
believe in Jesus.
Yes.
And he believed somehow, but was like still doubting or something.
Yes. Yes.
But he went back,
Uh-huh.
got treated, took 3 years, and came back. And that's when the mother actually
Yes.
bought gold rings, all the gifts,
Uh-huh.
remember?
Yes.
And we got engaged.
Yeah, we got.
All
engaged in
right, I
2018.
remember.
Yeah.
So your mom accepted the
Yes.
relationship
Yes.
even before you met, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, just to let you know, guys, that such incredible stories can only be found in our podcast, because we believe we are not just sharing conversations. We are not here for the show, for the kiki and all those. We are here to educate, elevate, and inspire. So if this story is really truly inspiring you, and you've been having your relationship with that partner who is not African, and you're thinking, should I try, should I not try, let this story become to you a sign that maybe God is saying, try it. You never know what's going to happen. And please, anytime you subscribe to our channel, you support us. We want to bring more of these stories, and there are people who are actually giving money so that our channel also grow and we get to grow it together. So just be part of our family, the King Reynard podcast. We call ourselves the only royal podcast. Anyway, back to the story. I remember this part, bro. There was a point you guys were almost giving up,
Yeah.
right?
That was the hardest part. I want
Yes.
to tell you,
Yes.
tell our audience.
Yes.
Officially marrying an interracial partner.
Yes.
Definitely, when one is an Indian and one is a Kenyan.
Yes.
Both have strict cultures.
Yes.
It was very difficult,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the documentation.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I remember.
It took me 2 years to arrange the documentations.
Wow.
Yes.
2 years.
2 years.
Already you guys are married?
We are
Engaged, yes, the traditional
We
way.
are traditionally engaged.
Yes.
But officially married.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So it took me 2 years to arrange the documentation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I went to, we tried to do it in Kenya, they gave us a long list of documents.
Mm.
When I saw that, I gave up. I took the paper aside and I thought that it's not going to happen.
Yes, yes.
So we went
And
to
that
Qatar.
was actually after engaging.
Yeah,
After the engagement.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it was a very difficult part. So I went to Indian Embassy in Doha, Qatar, where I was working.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked them for the documentation and what's the process of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Because Indian Embassy, they have a registrar of marriage in embassy.
Yes,
you
yes.
can get married there. But
Yes.
Kenyan embassies, they don't have.
They don't, yes.
I don't know until now, they said that they are going to introduce this.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no idea up to now.
Yeah.
So I went to Indian Embassy, took the list of documentations. It was a really long list of documentations. I have to get documents from back home, like certificate of no impediment to marriage. Then the toughest part was we applied for a certificate of no impediment to marriage
Yes.
in Kenyan Embassy, Doha,
Yes.
for Asta.
Yes.
They told us that it will come in 3 months.
Uh-huh.
It took good 1 year to come back.
Wow.
You know, they took 1 year to bring their document to us. So I have those documents which I applied and when it came.
Yes,
So
yes.
actually that was the longest
Waiting.
period we waiting, because the certificate of no impediment to marriage for me, which I brought from home, was
Yes.
valid for 6 months.
Uh-huh. But this is taking 1 year.
This took 1 year, so mine
So the
got
6
expired.
month is expired.
So mine got expired.
Yes.
So I called my mother again to make one for me,
Uh-huh.
and she said she can't do it anymore. She's also giving up.
She's tired.
So I took a vacation for 15 days.
Hmm.
I went back home. went to government offices and asked them to
Wow.
apply for a new one. They said applying new one will take a time. So what we can do, we can put a update on the
same one.
and it will be recognized by the embassy.
Wow.
So they updated on the same document, put new dates, new stamps that we verify this and it is okay.
Yes.
So we came back to Indian Embassy Doha now. We submitted all the documents and they posted us on.
Actually, I remember that part of the the magazine. I was supposed to be the one doing it. Then I squandered your money.
We have to talk about that. We are coming there. Then they told us.
Yes.
Then they gave us NOC to publish in 3 countries.
Three countries?
Now I'm sitting like down and what is going on here?
What?
What's going on
3
here?
countries.
They said that I publish in India, my home place, newspaper. In Kenya at our home place, and in Qatar we are getting married.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
So that is already you have letter for no impediment.
It was a long list of documents.
Yes.
For people who are doing this and are going through this, they can contact Mr. Reina.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You can get the list from me.
That's right. How to go about it.
I've done that, and actually it's a quite simple process if you go through a right way.
Yes.
People don't guide you well.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
That 1 year waiting in the Kenyan embassy was like, I don't know what was wrong, but
Until someone guided us.
and then
All right. Actually, just let me pause and give this information. You know, you could actually reach out to us. We said we want to educate you. So this is part of the education. If you're struggling to get your documents to do your interracial marriage, please, you can hit us on. All right. Indian African.
Yes.
All right. So just get to, you can email us at reina.teller@gmail.com or follow us in all social media platforms at King Reynard Podcast. Get your, get to hit us on, hit us on the inbox, and we will be able to help you, link you up with a couple, and they may help you. And of course, I have to mention this at a small fee.
yes.
Oh wow, interesting. Now,
So it took 3 newspapers. So the one in Qatar, they did it immediately. Like I went to the Gulf Times. They took the charge, the amount they were supposed to charge, and they did it. Now the second part is here. I sent money to my brother-in-law. He had to publish that thing for me. I asked him when it is going to be published.
Yes.
He's saying that it is tomorrow.
Yes.
So every midnight I will
Look.
subscribe for the online standard newspaper. And I will look on the recent, like at 12:05 in the
Yes.
midnight. I will see it is not published. I will give him a call and ask him. He's saying it's coming today.
Yes.
I told him it's not coming today. I said, how do you know? A digital paper here. Huh? You know, we are already suffering, and now he has eaten my money. And he's giving me stories.
let me clarify what happened. So they sent me money. I can't lie. Number one, I overcharged them.
Yeah, you see?
I took 3,000 more. But the thing was, I was also broke. I was looking for money. So what I did, somebody told, not somebody. I was trying to set up my business. So I was looking for every little money that comes in. So when it hit my M-Pesa, it went to work. But then I had to look for it. And funny, I don't know whether you guys noticed. So I had to ask for another girl for money.
She came to
Social media.
telling me, tell your brother.
Yeah, it was those difficult times. We all go through that. That's okay. So eventually my brother processed the advertisement in the standard newspaper, and we received the newspaper in Qatar. And then I called someone back home to publish it in Indian newspaper. And they are saying they can't publish it. Again, I have to go to the embassy, get a new NOC, took back home. And then most of the newspaper, they denied to publish. I don't know what was their reason, because the person I was sending, he was giving me the news.
Yeah.
So eventually he got one, he published. It was like original newspaper. So he got it and he sent me the newspaper. I submitted in the embassy, and now that was the final part of
the process.
the submitting the documentation.
All right.
So then the madam who was dealing with our marriage process,
Yes.
she called me and told me that I can choose a date
For your wedding.
for a wedding in the embassy.
Yeah.
So finally that was a day of relief for us. Immediately I picked, like, I think it was in 10 or 11 September 2023, because we got married on 19th September.
Yes.
So I took 19th.
Yes.
I took the latest
They-
date. I don't want to miss that opportunity. And I
Wow.
called my friends who was witness. We had 3 witnesses,
Yes.
2 Indian and 1 Kenyan.
Yes.
So we all arranged, and I told them the timing and everything. And on the day of wedding, we worked in the embassy, and we signed the documents. And the ambassador came. He gave us congratulations, best wishes.
Wow.
So we were given some time to take.
So that
photos.
is Indian ambassador.
Indian embassy.
Wow,
Yes,
wow.
there in Doha, Qatar.
Mm.
And then when we walked out of that embassy, it was like a big relief to us.
Oh yeah.
And actually, to be honest, we were not that excited. It's like
Yeah.
it's like something just happened.
That's right. A random thing, because you've been waiting all
It
the
was
day.
like 2 years of you know me.
Back and
I
forth.
went to Kenyan embassy like 10 times.
Yes.
That what is going on with our documents, and every time I go, they say it's coming, we're processing. But eventually, they brought it like after a year.
Wow.
One
But
thing
the
I
embassy
love-
staff was also helpful, but I don't know where the problem was.
No, I think we just need to address our embassy. You know, it doesn't have to be that difficult. It sh-
Actually, to be honest, I remember going after he had been going and going and going, you know, and I went there and I was like, why are you guys not giving me my
My certificate.
certificate of no impediment?
Yes.
And they were like just looking at me like everything, you know, they didn't
Mm.
want me to marry him. The same thing that the people have all over the world.
Including in the embassy.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to pull out photos because it somehow I just noticed these people don't believe me. They think I went to Qatar
Oh,
and
and
met
is
someone,
now picking
and now I just want to marry
yeah.
this guy and
For
we are like,
money.
Yes.
for money or something.
Mm.
I had to show them, this is my mother, this is my husband, this
Yes.
is my family and my husband,
Wow.
this is
Yeah.
us
Photos.
getting engaged. And now they're looking at me like, oh, so this is possible. And do you remember the NOC they wrote
Yeah,
for me?
you know, we needed a NOC from Kenyan embassy Doha. NOC, no objection certificate for marriage. So they said they have not written anything like that before. So we can give them something to write, like it's also something new for them.
Yes.
And they wrote there a word called voluntary.
Voluntary.
That Esther is
We are,
voluntary.
yeah, I'm voluntarily marrying this man. If
So
they,
they
they
have
have
nothing.
like they have nothing.
They have nothing to do with it.
They have nothing to
So,
do with it.
in other words, including our government, they are afraid of
They are
marrying you
afraid
people.
of marrying
Yeah,
me.
it's you know it's like like you know, let me tell you,
Yeah.
I'm a representative of India.
Yes.
So now Esther is a representative of
Of Kenya.
Kenya. Now it's not a match of 2 countries. It's a match of 2 countries plus a match of 2 tribes.
Two
Yeah.
I
tribes,
come
2
from
cultures.
Punjab, northern India. He
Esther
comes
comes
from Homa Bay,
Homa Bay,
Luo
Luo-
community. So
Uh-huh.
definitely,
Wow.
many things are involved.
Yeah. No
You know,
problem.
even if we have to fight with each other,
Yes.
so we have to think of something like we are
the
not
process.
misrepresenting our country or our
Yes,
community.
Yeah.
that's right.
You
That's
know?
right.
Like there are a lot of differences. In my community, we take dowry,
Yes.
but in your community, we pay dowry.
Yes. How do you handle that now?
Yeah, we settled for 0-0. But definitely,
Yes.
we will do it.
I'm sure.
Definitely.
So now, you know, relationship, marriage is not an easy thing,
Yes.
and some people fight. People fight a lot in relationships, and
Yes.
people quarrel. Now, just allow me ask this question: is Esther still innocent? And
No, you know, with time, Esther has grown up. Now, back then, she was not a wife.
Yes.
But now she's a wife.
Yes.
So she has to handle.
You put it.
You know,
Come
she-
closer to the
She
microphone.
has to handle the situations differently. now.
Yes,
So now she has to treat me as a husband.
as a husband.
And as a wife, it's like usual wife. Like
Yes.
definitely we fight also.
Yes.
We argue also. We leave each other. We leave the door. But eventually, at the end of the day, we all come back together. You know, marriage is a mixture
Yes.
of many things.
Yes.
Marriage is not like 2 people staying together.
Yes.
Like she has different flaws, me I have different
That's
flaws.
right, that's
so like, let's say she did something I don't like it, that's another issue coming over.
Yes.
So for argument. So but at the end of the day, like I tell my audience to sit down
And talk.
talk,
Yes.
talk about your issues, what you are going through, and it's a good communication. Communication is the key.
Wow, communication is the key.
Yes, and consistency.
And consistency.
You know, we have dated for 8 years.
Yes.
We have been married for, like, in September we will be married for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yes.
So you've been together for 10 years.
10 years, 10 good years.
Hey.
And we've stayed together for 1 year.
Yes.
Within this 10 years.
Yes.
Oh.
That's the only time
You've been together.
Yes,
together,
now
like
it's 1
staying
year
in
plus
one
years.
house.
Oh.
And
Eish.
one thing that I've learned in this one, you will notice things about each other which you didn't know,
Yes.
Yes.
and you'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
is everything okay?
Yes, yes.
Is everything okay?
Yes.
And I remembered a quote
Mm-hmm.
that Reinhard Bonke. Oh,
Yeah.
this one is, I love
King
it.
Reynard. The Reynards.
Reinhard Bonke said this while I think marrying this preacher called what?
Catherine Kuhlman?
He's always with Pastor Chris Oyakilome.
Benin.
Benin.
Yes.
And he told them marriage is between a perfect husband and a perfect wife, which means that he described like, and which means a perfect husband knows that the wife is not perfect,
All right.
and a perfect wife knows that the husband is not perfect.
Wow.
But both of them have a perfect savior,
Yes.
and his name is Jesus.
Oh, wow. Perfect a perfect marriage.
A perfect marriage involves
two
perfect
perfect-
husband and a wife.
Yes. Who
which a
understands
husband, understands.
that the wife is imperfect,
Yes.
and the wife understands the husband is imperfect.
Yes.
But they have a perfect savior, Jesus.
Yes.
You better write that down, because let me tell you the truth. This is the only place you can get such kind of quotes. Anyway, and again, bro, I love going back to the boom side. There was a day it got too hard that you were willing to choose going to the street.
No, you know, I
Yeah.
think there was a day I
Yeah.
was with Esther's bigger brother.
Yes.
He's called Mr. Victor.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine. So I think I was there in Kenya when the Mandamanos were going on.
Yes, yes.
So I
The
think
Gen Z.
Gen Zs were going
Yes.
on, and he found me going out, and there was a Mandamano going on.
Mhm.
So he told me that today everything is closed. Where are you going to? So I told him that I would rather go and face Mandamano than to sit in the house and face Esther. Huh? So he laughed and laughed and laughed, and he took me to Vigot Gardens Hotel.
yes.
He bought me pizza, chips, tea. He made me calm down and brought me back to the home. And Esther was waiting for me at the door, saying, "My love, where were you? I was missing you." So marriage is not easy, guys. Marriage is not easy.
And
Some-
especially the first year.
Yes, it's really
of staying
difficult.
Together,
But make sure you are consistent,
Yes.
yeah.
and what you call it, consistency and communication.
Communication.
Yes, communication.
They say in psychology that every form of marriage has about 3 stages.
Yes.
No, 4 stages. There is the butterfly stage where everything is, you're still in the fantasy.
Yes.
Right? Then it gets to a place called, I can't remember the second stage. I want to go to the third one because this is more important. I guess most people find themselves there and then they drop out. It's called the disillusionment stage.
Uh-huh.
Where now reality hits you that this person here is not actually the person who used to act.
Oh, yes.
All right, is completely has flaws. He actually eats and sometimes go to the washroom.
Yes.
And they can smell when they
Yes,
wake up in the
yes.
morning. And you realize that every time you met, you had to prepare for
They
it.
can put turmeric on the
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
And somebody put turmeric on the tea.
You know, let me tell you, bro, that's a good thing you have talked about.
Yes.
You know, when we go out for dating,
Yes.
and we have not stayed together, we don't know what that person has went through
Yes.
to come to the date.
Yes.
How his process was.
Yes.
So you definitely don't know what it was. So you are receiving now a package.
A perfect package.
But you don't know how it was packed,
Yes.
how it was
How long it took.
how it was handled.
Yes.
You know?
Eh.
So it is a now different story. So
You get to be together now.
you know, sometimes you want to beat your head up. You walk in the bedroom, there is turmeric everywhere,
Yes.
on the sheet, in the sink. And then I ask her, and she will say that that's what you are married, so you have to go with it.
Well, so this part, there's this other funny part, right? You are supposed to go somewhere, and then the meeting is supposed to be 10.
Yes.
Then what happens?
Then as we start getting ready at 10, so we are already late by like I don't know how many hours. You know, I tell Esther that there was a day my mother got late by 10 minutes,
Yes.
and my father drove and went to his in-laws' place alone. Since then, my mother never got late, and she was the one to get in the car,
Alright.
and now she's shouting at my dad that we are late.
So Esther,
But when I tell her, she said no, she can't do those things in this modern times.
all right.
Yes.
So how do you handle that? How do you handle the pressure?
The pressure is too much, bro.
It's too.
Sometimes it's too much. You have seen me walking out of the house, meditating on the rooftop,
Alone.
sitting in your balcony. So the pressure is really. But marriage is good. You have a helper.
Yes.
You know, you have a helper.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like, let's say we have flaws, but let's say in times of something you need, you are
Yes.
sick.
You're sure you have someone.
You have someone to
who
take
genuinely
care
cares
of you.
about you.
Genuinely care for you.
Yes.
You know, I can call my wife and tell her that I'm stuck there.
Yes.
Definitely she will send help.
Yes.
Or she will come there.
Or she will come by
Or
herself.
she's in distress.
Yes.
She can call me what to do.
Yes.
I can figure out what is going on there.
Wow.
So definitely it's two people
Yes.
coming together.
Allow me ask Esther this question, because you know, in Christian marriages, the husband is the head,
Yeah.
right? And there's a way in which you are required in Christian setup to submit to the husband. But now, before he converted to Christianity, he was an Indian. What was your religion?
We belong to Sikhism.
Sikhism.
Yes.
Now, how did you manage to still retain the part of you being Esther, the Christian born again, who needs to follow the Bible, but still also being led by someone who is not a Christian, but still he has to be the head of the family?
You see the way he makes me laugh.
Yes.
He has been making me laugh for the last 10 years. He never repeats jokes.
Yes.
They are just, he doesn't quote a joke.
Yes.
He's naturally
He just
funny.
speaks. He just speaks the joke.
And he's so responsible.
Yes. That I know.
Very responsible.
We clash whenever I put things anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like he knows how to take care of someone. Not only me.
Everybody.
Everybody.
One of the
It's
things,
his nature.
let me just not cut you short, but just interject. I love the part that when he wakes up in the morning, he will walk around asking everybody who wants tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. And his tea is very special, by the way. If you want the
Thank you.
spice.
Visit us for
Yes.
So there is something about him that I loved so much.
Yes.
He was not born again, but he was the most born again Christian I've ever
Yes,
met
in
my
action,
life. In
right.
action and characters.
I remember Esther saying that he's more born again than I am.
Yeah. So like I was like, God,
So
I
you
know
find-
that it's not about character, it's about believing in Jesus.
Yes.
If this one can only believe in Jesus,
All right.
that is all I ask.
So in other words, you find it easy.
To
You found it too
submit.
easy to submit because
Yeah.
he was naturally
Because
a
he was
man.
naturally a man.
So
the only thing she will not submit me is the beauty stuff.
yes.
So that's the only thing she will not submit to me.
Yes.
She cannot compromise on our beauty thing.
Yes, yeah.
Never.
So she will submit in
She will
everything
take
else.
5 hours to do makeup,
Yes.
to dress up, and
Yes.
I have to go with it. You know, that's the only place
You can't
place
control.
where our clash is.
Wow.
So I'm telling her to minimize her time, but she's saying that's who she is.
That's who she is.
I'm trying to learn also, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it just tell. I know we are coming towards the end. It's 40 minutes, and I don't believe it's what 40 minutes, because this story is getting more interesting as we keep moving. Now, Bikram,
Yes.
you've been in this 10-year relationship
Yes.
with a cross culture.
Yes.
You work in a country that sometimes the judicial systems and the security systems are compromised.
Yes.
Do you sometimes feel afraid walking in Kenya, like just walking around freely, roaming around?
No, when I first visited Kenya, yes, definitely I was in that stage. But with the time, it got better. I came to know how people are, what's the best time to walk around, what's the best place to walk around, and not to walk around. So now I know do's and don'ts.
All right.
So I can maneuver around. People are very friendly. Actually, I love Kenya.
Oh, wow.
To be honest, I love Kenya. I have visited many countries. I have traveled abroad
Yes.
to many countries.
Yes.
But Kenya is a really great country. That's why I am here, married to this beautiful Kenyan lady.
Amen.
Beautiful culture, beautiful
Wow.
places, greenery all around, nice people. But yeah, some people, like, you can't judge the whole community on the basis
Based
of
on one person. I like
That's
that.
true.
I like that. That's a very important
So I
thing.
can meet 99 good people, and definitely I will see one bad
One
people.
bad person.
And it's everywhere.
Yes.
It's not only here.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
But those 99 can give you a feel of like you are at home.
So you ignore the 1% because
Yes.
there's no society that is perfect.
It's everywhere.
I
Even
like
at
that.
my place, it's like that. So definitely, I love to be being here. I'm a regular visitor to Kenya, and
We look forward to building houses
Yes.
close to each other in the village.
Yes, definitely. I love that environment.
Yes. In fact, Bikram really loves the village, and
Yes, I do.
one of the things he keeps telling me, recently he kept telling me, Reina, just take me to the village and leave me there.
Yes.
I think it's because I saw your home.
Yes.
And guys, let me tell you, I'll be very honest. This I'm speaking as not as a brother to Esther, but as somebody who didn't believe until I saw. You know, they were dating and got married after 9 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then now they've been together for 1 year, staying together, right?
Yes.
That is 10 years. But Esther had never gone to India. So the notion we had about India, and I want to speak this on camera, is the poor, dilapidated state of Indian roads, which is this most populated Indian city.
Like you can go to Mumbai.
Mumbai, yes. So that's the image we had about India until Esther went there and did a video call. The village that they call village is a city.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, not a city with tall buildings and destroyed environment.
Yes,
A
brother.
city with very nice modern housing. Even their house,
Things,
green,
oranges everywhere.
orange, it looks like heaven. And here he is praising Kenya. Yet, bro, tell me, how do you manage to be humble with the blessings God has given you? Being one son, and you will inherit all the wealth that your father left and the ones you've built together.
Yes.
How do you manage? I am just a 7th born child in family of 10. We didn't have much. I had to
Yes.
buy my own land, but if I walk chest up.
Yes.
But I'm sure you have more land than me.
Yes.
You have more assets than me, but you still remain to be humble. What's your secret?
You know, it is.
Show us your ways.
It is the way your family teaches you when you are growing up.
All right.
So in my family, like when you are growing up, they definitely they teach you to make assets,
Oh.
To make assets.
Not to live large.
and not to live large,
Show
but
off.
to
Gather assets.
be compact.
Yes.
But work on something. You know, in my family, like in my community, like our grandfather left a generational wealth to my father. My father left it for me. So it's like we actually, I think the Indian parents they live more about the children
Yes,
than,
than
they are thinking.
themselves.
Yes.
Wow.
So
wow.
I think somehow I'm thinking like we are missing a little something here.
Yes.
I would encourage our families and to focus
Especially in
on our
Africa,
children, yes.
to focus on our children.
Focus
Because let me give you a typical example. Esther, you
Yes.
know this. Our father was a very rich man.
Yes.
Very rich.
Yeah.
But by the time he died, I was about 3 years, you're about 1.
Yeah.
Right? A month.
One.
1 year. And he left us with nothing. This was a man who had everything. So I think the culture has to be rewired for us to look at long term and delayed gratification.
Like there is something I loved so much. When I went to India, one of his cousin gave birth,
Yes.
and the baby was now 3 months old.
Yes.
Everybody, the entire family, from cousin, cousin sister, they have to come and they have to give gift to this child.
Wow. Uh-huh.
Some are bringing gold,
Yes.
some are bringing clothes, some are bringing money, and it's a big thing. And every family comes, like let me say Bikram family,
Yes.
me, Bikram, the mother and the sister,
Yes.
we go and bring the gift.
A gift.
Yes.
Oh.
And this is like give and take.
So it's written
When
somewhere
it's
we've given.
written
Yes.
somewhere we've given this. When it's our turn, they bring for us.
Yes, and they will definitely add something
And
extra
they add
to
something extra.
All
We
right.
don't bring the same thing.
Wow. And your culture is so social.
it. Yes, definitely. Even if people don't like you, they will definitely show up in your good times, in your bad times. Like they will definitely be there for you.
Alright.
Even if they don't like you,
Alright.
maybe that disliking is in their house.
But they don't tell you.
They don't tell you. They can come for you anytime, anywhere you call them.
Wow.
They are present there.
I want to dispel a myth here, and you are here to correct us, right? Some of us interacted with India and Indians through the movies. They were called
Yeah, Z-World.
Z-World,
Yes.
the Z-World culture. And the culture we saw on TV was a culture where the mother-in-law is very, very bad. The sister-in-law very, very bad. The family, everybody hates on this one person, right? And then you they will be fighting, and they live in one house, so there's nothing you can do. Is the movie a reality, or is the movie just a movie?
That's a total different thing, I can say. Because movie is for
Entertain.
taking views, for entertainment
Yes,
purposes.
yes.
But what goes on in like Spider-Man is not real in
Yes.
in real
In
life,
real
right?
life,
But
yes.
he's a very good savior in real
Yes,
in the
yes,
movie.
yes.
So that's a totally different thing we are talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, India is a big country. We have
Yes.
28 states.
Yes. 28 states?
Yes. We
Wow.
have 28 states, big states, like it's the 7th largest country in the world.
In the world?
Yes. So we have 1,652 languages we speak.
Wow.
So you can't bring everything together
In
and,
one movie.
Yes.
Oh,
so
right.
Indians you see here, they are very different also.
Yes.
Like you see Punjabi, you see Gujarati, you see South Indian. They are still Indian, but they come from
Different cultures,
places,
different-
states.
Yes.
We are a united India, like 28 states coming together
All right.
to make a united India.
Oh, so India is not one country, it's states.
It has 28 states.
Wow.
So people from east, west, north, south.
All
so
are Indians?
You see, from my north place
Yes.
to the end of South India, it's
Yes.
like 3,000 kilometers.
Wow.
Let's say from Nairobi to Johannesburg. So you can see the kind of people present in that
Yes,
distance,
yes.
different cultures. So that is where the difference is.
Wow.
But let me tell you one thing. I think people they judge based on videos, social
Yes,
media,
yes.
and movies. But the true thing is, like, unless until you visit something,
Yeah.
or if you have any doubts, just sit with them
Yes.
and make clear to them.
Yes.
Like, let's say there are slums in Mumbai, but Mumbai is also the financial capital of the world.
Of the world.
Yes.
Yes. The richest man in India stays in Mumbai,
yes,
right?
definitely. 27-story house. He has a
Yes,
20
I know him.
Yes.
Mhm.
Also, when we come to Nairobi, you can go to Westlands, you
Yes.
can go to Kibera.
Yes.
So now tell me,
But what you might have seen on social
so if
media
I've seen
is
a
the
video
Mumbai.
of Kibera,
Kibera, you think
and
that's
I'm
Kenya.
in India, so that is the image of Kenya to me.
Yeah,
But
to you that it is.
That is my image. You see,
Yes.
that is where we are wrong. So
yes.
I want to tell our social media people, then whenever you are trying to make an image of your country or
Yes,
place,
yes.
try to make it a overall image.
Oral image, yes.
Yes, overall.
Yes.
Combine everything,
The good and the bad.
Yes.
And try to show the bad, because they say actually that America is not what we are shown on TV.
Yes.
There are murders going on, there are people fighting,
everywhere.
but they don't show you that bad part. They are on PR. They will show you the glorious America, the city of opportunity.
So it's a duty of our social media influencers or the news channels that try to avoid things which can impact your image on the international
As a
level.
country,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, as a country.
That's right.
It's not like here we can hear sometimes news on the newspaper that
It's
someone,
only bad.
someone killed his brother just for a portion of ugali. You think it's a valid news to
No.
to post on social
No,
media?
no.
Let that be there.
Yes.
That was a family dispute.
Yes.
We don't. Now the image of that thing is going.
But it makes
In the
your
international
country looks
media,
bad.
we
yes.
have to talk about
That's
it.
right.
So the image is really bad. That in Kenya people are killing people
For
over
ugali.
ugali.
And,
Is it serious now?
Not true. Some
Because
of us
I'm
don't
here
even eat
present
ugali.
in coming to Kenya for 10 years.
Yes.
I know Kenya.
You've never found anybody killed
no.
for ugali. So they pick the bad news.
They
Yeah.
pick and for views and for anything they depict you there.
Wow.
Same way those social media influencers, they pick something bad from Indian media,
Yes.
and the whole image is now a really bad
That's
one.
how India looks.
Yeah.
I get
I
it.
recommend if anyone has any doubts about India or my place, they are welcome anytime.
Come we
I will
go.
be happy to show you around my place.
I
It
get
will
it.
change your point of
I
view.
get it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I was really shocked. I didn't even know that there are so many even born again Christians
Yes.
in India.
Yes.
Like the church which we were going to,
Yes.
just one branch
Mhm.
has over 2.5 million people.
Member.
Yes, it's called Ankur Narula Ministries.
Wow.
And it has a head office in Jalandhar.
Wow. 2.5 million.
Yes.
And you asked about something about mother-in-law.
Yes.
My mother-in-law
Mm.
was the one cooking for me.
I
don't do anything.
Oh.
And everybody who came to see me
Mm.
came with a gift.
You were
With
given
ram-
even a horse,
yes,
right?
Yes,
I was
yes.
even
Wow.
given a house. Like they have to visit me with a gift.
Wow.
Nobody comes empty-handed.
Like us here. Actually, in Kenya, if people come to visit you, they come to visit you expecting you to send them with something
Yeah.
instead. They're telling me, my director is saying that time is gone. We have squandered all the 40 minutes we thought we would have here. And this conversation is just getting better. This is one story that I would want us to talk about, because to be very honest, it's not always the bad ones. It's not always that marriage does not work. Of course, some of us feared marriage because of what we found on social media.
And by the way,
Yes.
when there is something, I don't know, this one is a bit out of topic, but
Just say
I'll
it.
just say,
Mm.
because I had a preaching of Pastor Chris Oyakilome about Holy Communion,
Yes.
breaking the bread.
Mm.
And the entire marriage thing, to be really honest, I wrote something before I got married,
Mm.
that your husband will not satisfy your soul.
Yes.
Like for
Oh.
you to really be happy
Yes.
in a marriage,
Yes.
you must be happy as a single lady.
Wow.
Have
Wow.
a relationship with God
With
first,
God. Wow. Wow.
before having a relationship with anybody
With
else,
anybody
not just
else.
a husband or anything.
That's right.
So that when you go to your marriage, your husband is not the first person that
Yes,
makes
that
you
fulfills
happy,
you.
that
That's right.
fulfills your soul.
Mm.
Because we have a deeper soul that only God
Can fulfill. Because the Bible says no one knows
Yes.
the desires of the heart. Mhm.
And another thing that I love,
Mm.
whenever things get tough, these are things I'm learning each and every day.
Mm.
Pastor Chris said that whenever things get so tough, you've prayed, you've done everything, and nothing works, break the bread.
All right. All
So
right.
every time we have a fight,
Mm.
and both of us are confused,
Mm.
there is only one thing we do even when we are angry at each other.
Break.
Break
We
the
sit
bread.
down and have a communion with Jesus.
Yes,
Wow.
and ask for wisdom.
And ask
Wow.
for wisdom.
Wow.
God, you said I should submit.
Mm.
God, you said I should love her.
Mm.
I don't know how to do it.
Teach me.
Teach me.
Wow. Mm.
We've
Well-
done that, and since we started doing that, things are really well.
Wow.
We don't fight much.
I honestly want to continue this conversation, but because of time, we will do part 2,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You guys, if you want us to do part 2 of this conversation, comment down there and follow us in all social media platforms. I want them to just take 1 minute to give us a parting shot. Esther almost threw hers, but then I just want them to take 1 second. Can I give you 50 seconds or 1 minute? Just to throw a punchline. Just tell us something before we go to our last part of the conversation. Tell us something that would encourage our viewers. There's somebody who is almost giving up. Tell them something. Of course, you've mentioned a very important part,
Yeah.
Holy Communion.
Yeah.
Ask God for wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yes. Let bro start.
I think I recommend everyone to my audience that when you start your day, open your Bible and go for Job, verse 38, 12.
Yes.
Verse
Verse 38,
38, 12.
Yes, yes.
Then it is written there that when you wake up in the morning, command your
Command
day,
your day.
so
Wow.
that you can tell the dawn its place.
Yes, yes.
So that's how it should be. When you wake up in the morning, you command your day, manifest what you want to do,
Yes.
and go for it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Esther.
Yeah.
Your parting shot, and then I'm going to the trickiest part of our conversation. Yes.
What I want to advise, I know how many ladies have given up on love
Yes.
because they have had a very bad experience.
Yes.
The only thing I can tell a lady out there
Yes.
is that I don't want to lie.
Yes.
I will share my experience.
Yes.
My relationship with Jesus has helped me a lot in life.
Yes.
More than anything.
Yes.
The journey, everything, I would pray and fast. I stayed close to Jesus. I said, I'm yours before anybody else. Guide me. And one verse I always love so much is Psalms 23.
Yes.
The Lord is my shepherd.
Yes.
If you are with Jesus, you can always trust that all things will eventually work together for your good.
Wow.
God can actually make it work.
Wow.
That is the only thing.
Educate.
You have had a bad relationship before? Go on your
God.
knees.
Yes.
Tell
In the
God,
beginning, God.
God.
Uh-huh.
In the center,
God. Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter what has happened to you.
Yes.
If you believe and say, God, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm your child.
Yes.
He will do it for you.
Hallelujah. Educate, elevate, inspire. Educate, elevate, inspire. That is one of the most inspiring end of an episode I've ever had. But before we end, as you know, we always do this. One secret you've never told anyone. And I will also say mine, but of course I've spoken about mine in so many episodes. You can subscribe and find us on. Let me start with the lady. One secret you've never told anyone, or even your husband. You spill it on our show here.
One secret?
That you've never told your husband. It can be good or bad, no problem. You've never told anyone, including your husband.
I'm very talkative.
Yeah, bro, let me tell you.
Yes.
Let me answer this part.
Yes.
He knows
We
everything.
have no secrets.
Oh.
We know each and everything.
Even
Our
my
phones,
exes,
passwords,
people
banking
wanted me.
passwords, anything. There is nothing we have not talked about.
All right.
And let me tell you a last part of this conversation. We are good friends.
Fast.
Yeah.
Even before we are husband and wife, we are good friends.
Yes.
So what we do, like sometimes we will fight.
Yes.
Fight a lot.
Yes.
Then I will come to her as a friend. And I
Yes.
will tell her, my dear friend, my wife asked her what she did to me. She was doing this, she was doing this. So she's the same person,
Yes.
but now she's listening to me
As a friend. Okay.
So she will tell me that now she will talk to Esther and tell her that okay, we'll sort out your things.
Wow.
And she will come to me and tell me that you know what my husband did to me, and I am the one listening here. So in a way we do that conversation sometimes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes,
Wow.
that's a good way to communicate and then immediately after we are done with the conversation, we
It's-
start laughing
And you go back to your
and
normal
we,
life.
and we go back to
And
normal.
you tour.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I want to bring this to a conclusive end. And I believe you've learned one lesson or two. Please do us a favor. Just go down there and tweet what one lesson you've learned from King Reynard podcast through this episode. You can also comment it down there. And don't you forget, moving forward, to follow us in all social media platforms. Guess what? We started from TikTok from 0 1 month ago. Right now we are heading to 30,000 followers. And the road to 1 million is our road. And for subscribers, the road to 500,000 before the end of the year is our road. And we promise you, this will be the best place you can come to get inspired, educated, and elevated. And as we always say, towards the end of all our episodes, until next time, cheers.